Hi guys, okay, specimen paper 2, a sketch of the lines, this and this is shown. Find work at the area of triangle OPQ. So guys, that is this triangle here that they want. Okay, so the coordinates, guys, if that's 6, then this coordinate of P is 0, 6. And this coordinate of Q has to be, if the Y is 6, this is slightly tricky, guys. Y is 6 and Y equals 2x, so the x has to be 3 because 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so that point, look guys, that point lies on this. 6 equals 2 times 3. So that is 3, 6, and this is obviously 0, 0, which means this length here, from here to here, this length is 6, because it's going straight up, length 6, and this length here is length 3. So it's simply area is equal to a half times 6 times 3, which is equal to 9. 18 divided by 2. Okay, fine. Question 2. A circle has a center this and circumference 20 pi. Work at the equation of the circle. Okay, if the circumference is 20 pi, we need, guys, to get the equation of a circle, we need the radius. So 2 pi r is equal to 20 pi. This is the circumference of a circle. Divide by 2 pi, and r is equal to 10. Divide both sides by 2 pi. Okay, so as r is equal to 10, then the equation of the circle is x. Remember, guys, it's x minus center, x coordinate of the center, which in this case is 0, squared, plus y minus 0 squared equals 10 squared. That's the center, AB, if you like, but in this case it's just 0, 0. So the zeros disappear, and we have x squared plus y squared equals 100, because 10 squared is 100. Okay, question 3. M is the midpoint of the line AB. Find the values of P and R. Okay, so I feel I did want something similar to this, guys, in the specimen paper 1, but essentially what we do, guys, is we go down here like this, and we go across like this. Okay, I've kind of missed it, but whatever. Okay, so this distance is what? Well, I go from 3 to minus 1. So that distance there, the y, has to be 4. So it's like going down 4. So here I need to also go down 4. Like this. So this has to be 4. So minus 1, that's my minus 1 minus 4 is equal to minus 5. Okay, so this here, guys, has to be negative 5. And then the P, well, I go from minus 2 to P. This is just going to be, okay, this is slightly more tricky, guys. This is going to be P minus negative 2. That's that distance, because if this is P and this is minus 2, this distance has to be P minus negative 2, and this distance has to be 7 minus P, because I'm taking away the x coordinates. So if that's true, then 7 minus P has to equal P plus 2, and then I'll just kind of add the 2P over here, subtract the 2 over here, so that's 7 minus 2, which is 5, and then P is equal to 5 over 2, or 2.5. Okay, that's question 3. Question 4. Circle the solution of this. Okay, so what I can do, guys, is you kind of divide both sides by negative 3, but then you have to change the sign. So it's x is greater than negative 18 over negative 3. Because you divide by a negative number, you have to change the sign. The direction of the inequality, minus 18 over minus 3 is 6, positive 6. So we're left with this one. X is greater than positive 6. And if you sub in a number in here, guys, it makes sense. Like if you sub in 100, for example, is negative 3 times 100, which is negative 300, less than negative 18? Yes, it is. Okay, circle the solution of this. Well, x squared has to be bigger or equal to 16. Now, guys, in this case, you do have a calculator. So, well, let me just show you how it makes sense without the calculator. So, let's think about it. If I put in a big number like 100, is 100 squared bigger than 18? Or sorry, bigger than 16? Yes. So x has to be bigger or equal to 4. So that means it's either this one or this one. And then it can't be these two. Can't be less than 4. And then if I put in a small number like, well, if I put in 0 squared bigger than 16? No. But what if I put in negative 100? Is negative 100 squared bigger than 16? Yes, it is. So x has to be less than negative 4. That means it's this one. Less than negative 4 and bigger than 4. Now, let me just show you guys that we can do this on the calculator. If we go home, go to inequality there, and we want a quadratic, and we want it to be greater than 0. Okay, so, or sorry, greater or equal to 0. Now I have to rearrange a little bit, guys. So it's x squared minus 16. So it's 1x squared. That's 0 because there's no x. And then, whoops. Sorry, guys, I clicked on something wrong there. 1x squared. That's 0, and this has to be negative 16. Press enter, and you'll see there less than negative 4, and that is greater. X is greater or equal to 4. Okay, so that question is easy with the calculator. Question 5. Here's a sketch of y equals f of x, where f of x is a quadratic. The graph intersects the x-axis at this point. So this is minus 1, 0. Okay, minus 1, 0. Has a maximum at 0.56. 0.56. Work out the coordinates of b. Okay, so guys, it's symmetrical. So if this is 0.5 here, let me just go down like this, whatever. If this is 0.5 there, this is 0.5, and then if that's distant, these distances have to be the same. So minus 1 to 0.5 is the same as 0.5 to 3, because it's a distance of 1.5. So coordinates of b are 3. 3. Sorry, it's not 3. What am I doing? It's 2. 2. So that's 1.5, and that's 1.5. So sorry, that is 2, 0. And then part b, the equation f of x equals k has exactly one solution. Write down the value of k. Okay, so guys, the way you solve these equation equals k is you get a line, a y equals k line, and you draw it straight across. And if it cuts the graph in 2 places, it has 2 solutions. These are the 2 solutions. There's 2 solutions there. It has 2 solutions here. 1, 2. If you drew it across here, it would have no solutions because it doesn't intersect with the graph. But if you actually draw it here, it has exactly one solution right there, and that solution is, because we know this, guys, 6. So the value of k is 6. There you go. Okay, question 6. S, t, and u are constants. A, b is equal to c. Work out the value of s and t. Okay, so a times b, let's do that first. We have 4 minus 7 minus 1, 2. A times b, this is s and negative 5. So note, guys, as soon as they bring in a letter, you can't do it with your calculator. So we've these multiplied together. I'm going to do the row times the column to get the top element of my new matrix. Okay, so this is going to be 4 times s. Let me get rid of that, guys, because I can't see properly. 4 times s, And then minus 1 times minus 5 is plus 5. And then at the bottom is minus 7 times s, which is minus 7s. And then minus 10. So that is the new matrix. That's the matrix AB. And then that has to equal C. So 4s plus 5 over minus, well, not over, just minus 7s minus 10 equals minus 1t. So I can just equate them, guys. I can just do the top 4s plus 5 equals negative 1. And then, 4s plus 5 equals negative 1. So I can say 4s equals negative 6. And s is equal to negative 6 over 4, which is negative 1.5. So that's the value of s, and t is therefore, well, I can just equate these two now. So I can say minus 7s minus 10 equals t. I know s is minus 1.5, so minus 7 times 1.5 minus 10 equals t. This is, minus 1.5, so this is going to be positive. 7 times 1.5 is 10.5, so this is 10.5 minus 10 equals t, so t equals 0.5. So s is minus 1.5 and t is 0.5. Part B, AD equals I. Work out the value of u. Okay, so let's just go back here, guys. AD is equal to I. So I have 4 minus 1 minus 7, 2. 4 minus 1 minus 7, 2. I think that's what I said. 4 minus 1 minus 7, 2. And D is 217u. 217u. And this equals to I. So the I, guys, is the identity matrix. So this is 1, 0, 0, 1. So it's only one mark, guys. Let's just go with the, I'll just do this. This has to be, let's do this one times this one. This is like my top right has to equal 0. So I'm going to say 4 times 1 is 4. Minus 1 times u is minus u. That has to equal 0. Now I could have done the bottom right as well equals 1. Doesn't make a difference. And then just solve this, add the u over here, and I get u is equal to 4. So this u equals 4. Okay, question 7. Work out the equation of the straight line that is parallel to the line 2y equals x and intersects the x-axis at this point. Okay, so firstly, guys, this line is written kind of in an unusual way, but we can easily divide both sides by 2, and I get y equals x over 2. And that's the same as, obviously, y equals a half x. So that means the gradient is a half x. So then I can set up my equation of the line, y equals mx plus c. Y equals a half x plus c. Then we can sub in the point to get the c. 0 goes for y equals a half times 4 for x plus c. C is equal to, that's 2, guys, so negative 2. So the equation of the line is y equals a half x minus 2. Y equals a half x minus 2. Question 8. A. Work out this divided by this. Give your answer as a single fraction in its simplest form. Okay, let's do keep, change, flip, guys. AB over CD. Keep the first one. Change to multiply. Flip the second one. AD over BC. And then we can start cancelling things if anything cancels. The B cancels with the B. And the D cancels with the D. And we're just left with A squared over C squared. And that's it. part B. Work out this plus this. Okay, fine. Common denominator, guys, I'm going to put it as 6x squared. That's my common denominator, 6x squared. 2x squared into 6x squared goes 3 times. 3 times 7 is 21. 3x goes into 6x squared 2x times, so 4 times 2x is 8x. And that equals 8x plus 21 over 6x squared. Pretty easy. Okay, question 9. Work out the size of the angle y. Okay, now guys, this is an isosceles triangle. So if that's y, that is y. That's just something to note straight away. Okay, this is angle at the center is double angle at the circumference. So let's start with that, guys. I'm going to write up here, guys, just so we can all see. So 2x, oh sorry, let's start with this one. X plus 62 is equal to 2 times 2x minus 50. So x plus 62 is equal to 4x minus 100. And let's bring the x's over here. So 4x minus x is 3x. And let's bring the 100 over here. That's 162. Divide by 3. You can use your calculator if you need here, guys. I'm going to just do it in my head. It's 54. Okay, so x is 54. So that means that this angle here, this angle is 54 plus 62, which is 110, 116. So that's 116. That's y plus y. Let's do 180 minus 116. That is equal to 64. So then 2y must equal 64, which means y is equal to 32, because these two together must equal 64. So y is 32. Okay, that's it, guys. 32 degrees. Question 10. Y equals this. Work out the value of d2y dx squared when x is 0.5. Okay, so firstly, guys, we are going to get dy dx. So, well, actually, sorry. First, let's rearrange this. So this is going to be y is equal to, we're going to do 6x to the 9 over 2x to the 4 plus x to the 8 over 2x to the 4. This equals 6 divided by 2 is 3, and subtract the powers, we get 5. So this is 3x to the 5, and this is subtract the powers, which is 4, and I'm just going to put it as a half x to the power 4, because 8 minus 4 is 4, and this is just like 1 over 2, a half. Okay, that's y. dy dx, we then multiply by the power, 15, and subtract 1 from the power. And then I multiply by the power, 4 times a half is 2, and subtract 1 from the power. That's the first derivative. d2y dx squared is the second derivative. So multiply by the power, 60x cubed, subtract 1 from the power, and then multiply by the power, 3 2s is 6, subtract 1 from the power. Okay, when x equals 0.5, dy dx dy dx equals, okay, so this is, so x is 0.5, so it's 60 times 0.5 cubed plus 6 times 0.5 squared. Now, guys, you could do that without a calculator, but seeing as we have a calculator, let's just use the calculator. So it's 60 times 0.5 cubed plus 6 times 0.5 squared. And the answer is 9. There you go. Easy. Guys, that's a 5-mark question. I don't think that's a difficult question, to be honest. Okay, question 10. Question 11. For the sequence, nth term is this, sequence A, sequence B, nth term is this. The kth term of sequence A equals the kth term of sequence B. Work out the value of B. Okay, so that just means, guys, the kth term of sequence A is k over 14k plus 30. and the kth term of sequence B is 2 over k. So they're equal. He says they're equal, so we set up an equation. Cross multiply, I get k squared equals 2 times this. Let's just skip that step, guys. It's 28k plus 60. I have myself a quadratic. K squared minus 28k minus 60 equals 0. Let's factorize this, guys. K, what multiplies to give you 60 and adds to give you minus 28? I'm going to go with 30 and 2, definitely. So it's going to be k minus 30 and k plus 2. Just make sure you know how to do that, guys. Equals 0. So k equals 30 or k equals negative 2. It's the kth term, guys. You cannot have a negative value for a term in a sequence. So I'm just going to reject that one, and the answer is 30. There we go. Question 12. This shape is made from 2 rectangles. All dimensions are in centimeters. The perimeter of the shape is 252. Show that y equals 126 minus 4 minus 45. Okay, so that's pretty easy, guys. This side here is 15x plus y. So we're going to say 30x. I'm just going to go around this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this. So 30x plus 15x plus 10x. He says show that, guys, so we're going to show all our working. Plus y plus 20x plus 5x plus y, that last bit, equals 252. Okay, simplify this. We have 30x, 45x, 55x, 75x, 80x. So this all becomes 80x, and then it's 2y, I believe, guys. Have I added that up wrong? That's 45x, 50x, 70x, 80x. That is correct. I feel I have lost something, guys. Anyway, oh yeah, I did. It's 15x plus y. I had a feeling because I saw the 45 and I'm going to divide by 2. So, okay, that's 90x. So 90x plus y is 2y equals 252. Divide everything by 2. I get 45x plus y equals divide by 2, which is 126, and then just subtract the 45, 126 minus 45, and it's shown. The area of the shape is a centimeter squared. Show that a is equal to this. Okay. Right, let me go back up here, guys. We're going to split it into 2 rectangles. Okay. This one here and this one here. The blue one is, let me just bring this down, guys, so we can see it. Okay, so this blue area here, this blue area is equal to 15x times 10x, which is 150x squared. That is the blue bit. The green is going to equal, the green area is 15x plus y, 15x plus y times 20x, and that equals 15 times 20 is 300. That's 300x squared plus 20xy, because I just did the 20x times the y. Okay, but this thing, guys, notice has no y in it, so I need to remove that y, but I have actually got a y here. It is And sorry guys, I just realized I messed that up. This has y in terms of x. So y is 126 minus 45x. Okay, so y, this is equal to 300x squared plus 20x times 126 minus 45x. That's what we got here. 126 minus 45x. Okay, this is equal to, now we have removed the y. There's no y left here, so it's 300x squared plus 20 times 126. I can do that in my head actually, guys. That's going to be 252 and a 0, so 2520x minus 900 x squared. 20 times this is 900. Okay, good. So this is actually equal to minus 600. Well, let's start with the positive. 2520x minus 600x squared. So the total area is equal to this plus this. So it's 2520x minus 600x squared plus 150x squared, which is 2520x minus 450. Minus 600 plus 150 is minus 450x squared. Okay. And then he says, use differentiation to work out the maximum value of a as x varies. Okay, so we have a is equal to this, 2520x minus 450x squared. Now note, guys, you can actually find that maximum with a calculator, but let's just do it with differentiation. dA dx equals, so we differentiate it, so it's 2520, and then 2 times 450 is 900, so it's 900x. Maximum, when is it a maximum? Max when dA dx equals 0. So I set this equal to 0. 2520 minus 900x equals 0. 900x equals 2520. If I just add to the other side and swap them around, and then this is 2520 divided by 900, which is, help please, 2520 divided by 900, which is 14 over 5. 14 over 5, or that's 2.8, guys. That is 2.8. But we want the maximum value of a. So when x is 2.8, a is equal to 2520 times 2.8 minus 450 times 2.8 squared, and this, let's see what this is, 2520 times 2.8 minus 450 times 2.8 squared, 3528. 3528. That is the answer. Okay, hope that makes sense, guys. That's okay. That isn't an easy question. Question 13. Functions. Okay, f of x is this, g of x is this. Work out the value of gf of 4. Okay, firstly, we get f of 4. F of 4 equals 3 times 4 squared plus 6, which is, that's 16 times 3, 48 plus 6 is 54. Fine, and then I get g of 54. So I put my answer into g, which is the square root of 54 minus 5, which is equal to the square root of 49. Square root of 49 is 7. So my answer is 7. 13b. show that f g of x can be written in the form a x minus a, where a is an integer. Okay, so f g of x means we're going to put g into f. So f g of x. F is 3 times x squared, but if we put g into it, it's 3 times root x minus 5 squared plus 6. When we square a square root, we just get 3 times x minus 5, because when you square the square root, they both disappear, if you like. So this equals plus 6. And this is then, he wants it as a into x minus a. Okay, let's expand it first. This is 3x minus 15 plus 6, which is 3x minus 9. And that equals 3 into x minus 3, which is the answer. Well, it's in the form that he wants. Okay, question 14. Use the sine rule to work out the size of the obtuse angle x. Okay, so guys, we have sine x. I always like to start with the one I want. So sine x over 2y, sine rule, equals sine 18, sine other angle, over its opposite side, which is y. In this case, guys, I can cancel these y's, because I can multiply both sides by y, if you like, and they're gone. So that's how we can deal with this equation with two unknowns and only one equation, because the y's cancel. Okay, that leaves us with sine x equals 2 sine 18 if I multiply across by 2. Okay, then if I do sine 18, let's do that, and then times 2, that's 0.6180. Let's just do 0.618 dot dot dot. I like to do that, guys. 618 dot dot dot, and then x is equal to the inverse sine of that. The inverse sine of that is, guys, I do shift sine, inverse sine, answer, close bracket, wherever you are, and I get this 38.17. 38.17. But it's an obtuse angle. Obtuse, so I have to do 180 minus 38.17, and the 180 minus 38.17 gives me 180 minus 38.17 is this. Decimal, please. 141.83. 141.83. I'll give it to 2 decimal places. Fine. Question 15. Here's a sketch of the curve y equals ab to the minus x. Okay, we're given 2 points. Work out the values of a and b. Okay, so we're just going to sub the 2 points into the curve. So I'm going to have, this is like x and y, and this is x and y. So we'll start off with this one. 3 equals ab to the power of minus 0, which is actually just 0. Therefore, a equals 3, because b to the power of 0 is 1. And then the second one, 0.48 equals, now I know a, it's 3, so it's 3b to the power of minus 2. Okay, then I can just kind of rearrange this, guys. 0.48 equals 3 over b squared, multiply across b squared, well, 0.48 b squared equals 3. B squared is 3 over 0.48, and b is the square root of that. The square root, guys, square root of 3 over 0.48 gives me 5 over 2, or 2.5. 2.5. Now, just to check, guys, he says A and B are positive constants because you could have plus or minus. So A is 3, B 2.5. Question 16. Simplify this, give your answer in this form. Okay, first thing guys, let's factorize. Factorize the top, take out the 2 and the x, and I'm left with x squared minus 25, which is nice, that's the difference of two squares. I have a 2x on the bottom, that's also nice because that'll just cancel. And so let's just get rid of them right now. This guy's 6x squared. Okay, let's do the a times c method. We're going to factorize this thing in the bracket. A times c is 6 times 35. Let's do that in the calculator, guys. 6 times 35 is 210. So 210, I need factors of 210 that give me 1. So I'm thinking, guys, I actually don't know. What if I divide it by, well, what we can do, guys, if you click format and you go down to prime factor, this will give us an idea. So it's 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. So look, I can actually figure out from here which of these, if I do 3 times 5 is 15 and 2 times 7 is 14. So that means 14 times 15, so that's perfect. So I'm going to do 14 and negative 15. Okay, so then I go 6x squared plus 14x minus 15x minus 35. Factorize these two. This is 2x, and I get 3x plus 7. And I'm going to have minus 5 into 3x plus 7. So my factors are 2x minus 5 and 3x, 2x minus 5 and 3x plus 7. Sorry guys, I just realized as I was thinking how this is going to work, but this is 4x squared plus 7. I've made a mistake there, guys. So that is 4x squared minus 25. Because 2 times 4 is 8, obviously. Okay, then factorize the top. This becomes 2x plus 5 times 2x minus 5. That's the difference of two squares, guys. 2x plus 5, 2x minus 5. Square root of 4 squared is 2x. Square root of 25 is 5. Divided by this, you can see now, guys, how I knew I made a mistake, because this is going to cancel nicely. That's 2x minus 5, 3x plus 7. Get rid of that. These cancel, and I'm left with 2x plus 5 over 3x plus 7. Okay, that's question 16. Question 17. By multiplying both sides by x to the half. Okay, he actually tells you what to do, guys. Multiply by x to the half. Solve this. Give your answer to 3 significant figures. You must show you're working. Okay, so 2x to the 3 over 2 times x to the half minus 3x to the half times x to the half. I'm multiplying everything by x to the half equals 7x to the minus a half times x to the half. Okay, this one becomes 2x squared, because 3 over 2 plus 1 over 2 is 4 over 2, which is 2. Minus, this becomes 3x, because x to the half times x to the half is, add the powers, half plus half is 1, so it's x to the 1. And then this becomes minus half plus half is 0, so the x is, it's x to the 0, which is 1, so that just equals 7. So I'm just left with a 2x squared minus 3x minus 7 equals 0. And because he said 3 significant figures, guys, I'm guessing we need quadratic formula, and he says show you're working. So let's do x equals a is 2, b is minus 3, c is minus 7, x equals minus b, so that would be minus 3. Sorry, b, let me just fix this, guys. B equals minus 3. Minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared. I just go straight to, guys, 3 squared, because the minus is going to become positive. So 3 squared minus 4 times a times c, and that's all over that is all over 2 times 2, which is 4. So that equals 3 plus or minus the square root of, this is 9 plus, let's just do this in one go, guys. 4 times 2 is 8, 56, 9 plus 56 is 65. So it's 3 plus or minus the square root of 65 over 4. Now we can do both of those, guys, on the calculator. Now he says x is bigger than 0. I'm going to write that. X is bigger than 0. Therefore, x equals, and I'll do the plus one. So this is 3 plus the square root of 65. And this is, let's put a big bracket here, guys. Like this. And then outside the bracket, I'll do divided by 4. And I get this. And we want to put this as a decimal. So it's 2.7655, but he wants it to 3 significant figures, so 2.77, because I'll round the 6 up. So it's 2.77. Okay. Question 18. How many odd numbers greater than 30,000 can be formed from these digits with no repeated digit? Okay, so we want an odd number greater than 30,000. Okay, so I like to do it like this, guys. These are boxes, and I'm like, how many numbers can I put in here? So in the last box, I have to put the 7. So there's one number that can go into this box because it's the 7, because it has to be an odd number. Okay, then in the first box, if it has to be bigger than 30,000, this has to be either 4, 6, or 8. So I can put 3 in there. And then how many are left? Well, there's 3 left once I put 1 in there and 1 in there. So then I can put 3 into this box, I can put 2 into this box, and I can put 1 into this box. So the answer, guys, is going to be 3 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 1. So it's 3 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 1, which is 9 times 2, which is 18. There we go. 18 for question 18. Are we finished? No, we are not. Question 19. A. Use the factor theorem to show that 3x plus 1 is a factor of this. Okay. So what we do, guys, is first we go 3x plus 1 equals 0. Solve this, and we get x is equal to minus a third. And then we sub that into here. So we go 3 times, now we get, let's do f of minus a third. And that equals 3 times minus a third cubed minus 2 times minus a third squared minus 7 times minus a third minus 2. Okay, this is equal to, guys, I can just do this on the calculator. Let's do this on the calculator. This is, well, actually, I think I'll probably do it quicker without the calculator. Okay, this is minus 3 over 27. This is going to be minus also, guys, because that's going to be positive. When you square that, it's positive, so it's going to be minus 2 over 9, because 3 squared is 9. This is going to be plus 7 over 3. And this is going to be minus 2. Let's see, does this all work out? Let's put into 27ths, guys. So minus 3 27ths minus 6 27ths plus 63 27ths. That's the bottom times 9, the top times 9. And this is 54 27ths, because it's just 2. Bottom times 27, top times 27. Minus 3 minus 6 is minus 9. Minus 9, 63 minus 9 is 54. That equals 0. So then you can just say, to show that it's a factor, so I can say, therefore, 3x plus 1 is a factor. Okay, then he says factorize fully. Okay, we're going to have to use long division here, guys. It's 3x plus 1. Surprised that worked. Okay, 3x cubed minus 2x squared minus 7x minus 2. So we need to divide to get the quadratic factor, and then we'll have to factorize that, right? 3x into 3x cubed goes x squared. X squared times 3x is 3x cubed, and I do x squared times 1, so plus x squared. Subtract 0, and then this becomes minus 3x squared. Bring these down, minus 2. 3x into minus 3x squared goes minus x, so I have minus 3x squared minus x. I'm going to do minus x times 1. Line underneath this, subtract, put a circle around it, guys, so you know you're subtracting this, and then minus 6x minus 7x minus gives me minus 6x. Bring down the minus 2. 3x into minus 6x goes minus 2. Minus 2 times that is minus 6x. Minus 2 times 1 is minus 2. And this gives you 0, which I wanted. Okay, so the factors are, so f of x equals 3x plus 1 into x squared minus x minus 2, which is 3x plus 1, and then I'll factor this one quickly, guys. This is just x minus 2 times x plus 1. Okay, good. Question 20. Okay, we have a pyramid, rectangular base. V is directly above the center of the base. We're given all these. M is the midpoint to find, and we're asked to, what are we asked to do? We're asked to find work out the size of the angle VMD. Okay, so VMD, it's this angle here, guys. I'll try and do everything on this page here, but obviously you would write below. Okay, so that's theta. So what we need essentially, guys, is we need, well, I guess we need these three sides, guys, because this is not a right angle triangle. So let's just put in some of these. So VA, VB, VC, VD are 10. So these diagonals are all the same length. They're 10. That's 10. That's 10. That's 10. And that's 10. And then AB is 8. And BC is 6, which means this is 3. And this is 3 because M is the middle. Okay. Now, let's get, guys, I want, what do I want? I want to get this side here. I think I can get it by saying, okay, let's look at this triangle here, guys. This is a bit hard to visualize. This triangle here. Okay, so imagine that triangle. So that triangle would look like this. It's an isosceles triangle with kind of V up at the top. Okay, it looks something like this, where these are 10, this is 10, this is 10, and this is 3, this is 3. So what I can do is, if I draw a line straight down the middle here, straight please, straight down the middle, this is 3, and this is 10, and this is a right angle. So now I can get this side, let's call it x. I can say x squared plus 3 squared, Pythagoras, guys, equals 10 squared. x squared equals, that's 100 minus 9 is 100 minus 9 is 91. X is root 91. Let's leave it in that form for now, guys. This is root 91. That's this dotted line. Okay. Then now let's look at okay, we're gonna have to deal with different triangles here, guys. Let's look at let's make a red triangle down here. No, sorry, I'll make a green one. This triangle here down to there. Now this is a right angle here. So this triangle, let's just draw it like this over here so you can see it. This triangle looks something like this. This is our right angle. And this length here is 8 because that length along is 8. So this is 8. This is 3. And this let's call y. So now I can say y squared equals 8 squared plus 3 squared. Y squared equals, that's 64 plus 9 is 73. Y is equal to root 73. Let's keep it like that. This is root 73. Sorry, root 73. Okay, now we have a situation where we know this length here. So I'm just looking at that angle, right? I know this length here, it's root 73. I know this length, it's root 91 that we calculated. And I know this length is 10, it's given. So I have a triangle, let's just draw it here. A triangle, not right angled, but I know 3 sides. And how do you solve that? Well, you use the cosine rule. Cosine rule is for when you have 3 sides, guys, and no angle. Okay, so this is theta. Let's call it theta here. Okay, so cosine rule, I'm going to just use this one, guys. A squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. So my a is going to be my 10, so that's 10 squared equals b squared is, this is b and c, but a square root squared, we'll just get rid of the square root, so that's 91 plus 73, same reason, minus 2 times this, which is root 91 times root 73 times cos theta. Rearrange this, guys. I'm going to bring all this over here, so this will be 2 root 91 root 73 cos theta equals 91 plus 73. I'm going to move the 10 squared over here and call it 100 because 10 squared is obviously 100. And then cos theta, well, I'll go straight to, guys. Well, no, sorry, I won't. Cos theta is equal to this 91 plus, well, what is 91 plus 73, guys? This is 164 minus 100, which is 64. So 64 over 2 root 91 root 73. Theta is therefore the inverse cos of that. Okay, so this, guys, is the inverse cos. Where's my inverse cos? Inverse cos of 64 over 2 times root 91 times root 73. Close the bracket, press enter, make sure I'm in degrees, and it's 66.88. 66.88. Did he say give your answer to the nearest degree or anything like that? No, so that's fine. 66.88 degrees. Okay, 21, last question, I believe, guys. Show that this plus this is divisible by 9 for all integer values of n. Okay, so we need to expand 2n plus 3 using the binomial expansion. So 2n plus 3, sorry, cubed. 2n plus 3 cubed is Pascal's triangle, everybody, is, let's just do it here. It's 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. So this is guys, let me just show you how I do these questions. I like to say this is equal to 1 bracket plus 3 bracket plus 3 bracket plus 1 bracket. These are obviously my Pascal triangle coefficients 1, 3, 3, 1. First bracket, I put 2n, and the second bracket goes 3, 3, 3, 3. That's my first bracket. That's my second bracket. Same for everything. And then the power, first one goes down from 3, 2, 1, 0. And then this one goes up from 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the expansion. So I'll just do each term separately. So 2n cubed is 8n cubed. Be careful, guys. 3 to the 0 is 1. So that's just 1 times 1 times 8n cubed. Plus, this is 4n squared times 3 is 12. Times 3 again is 36. So this is 36. 36n squared. This one, 3 squared is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 2 is 54. So this is 54n. And then finally, this is just 27, because that's 1, and 3 cubed is 27. Okay, so then 2n plus 3 cubed plus n cubed equals this, well, I'm going to just, it's this plus n cubed, which makes that 9n cubed plus 36n squared plus 54n plus 27. And we have to show that it's divisible by 9. So how do we do that? Well, to show something is divisible by 9, guys, all you have to do is take out the 9 and show that 9 goes into all the terms that it does. So if I take out the 9, I get n cubed plus 4n squared plus 6n plus 3, which shows it's divisible by 9. I'll just write QED, done. Okay, that's the paper done, guys. Yeah, not bad, I didn't think, for the maths paper. I'll see you guys in the next video.